Hello everybody, Toastbomb here today to show you guys a very useful jump on Guardian called G1 G2, or Gold 1 Gold 2, and the reason it's called that is because the lift over in that area in Guardian is gold colored, so everyone calls that area gold. Now this is a very useful jump because when you go up a lift, especially the gold lift on Guardian, you get this really loud noise and everybody knows where you are. And because everyone knows where you are and they know exactly where you're going to land on top gold, they'll have a nice friendly little grenade waiting for you at the top of gold. And you don't want that. That sucks. There's also another reason. Another reason is because it's actually slightly faster than going up the lift, because when the lift, as you go up, it kind of throws you in the air in this arc, and then you can't move while you're in the air. So you have to wait until you land on the ground so you can gain traction and actually start moving and going where you want to be. But in Gold 1, Gold 2, you instantly get traction on the ground and you can start going where you want to go. So that is why you want to learn this, but let's get into how to actually do this. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is get an angle. When you're first starting out, just practicing this in a custom game, what you can do is get into this wall in this tree. Now, there are more angles you can do. It doesn't have to be ultra precise once you kind of get the feeling down for it, but this is about the angle that I usually use, ends up being this. So stuff yourself into that wall and tree, that corner right there, turn and then aim your reticle so it's lined up right with the corner, and run straight, and that is the angle you're going to use. Now you may notice when I'm doing it, I usually jump and turn in midair before doing the second jump that gets me up to top gold. You don't have to do this when you're starting out. That adds a little extra layer of complexity that makes it a little bit harder to line up. When you're initially starting, what you can do is not turn around at all and just keep aiming towards the corner and focus on the second jump. Now when you're running forward, the time you want to jump is right when you start feeling yourself go up on that little lift, that little ramp that is in bottom gold, those two little ramps. Right as you feel yourself going up onto that, jump, and that should be the perfect timing. Then keep holding forward while you're in the air, and then once you hit the corner, don't jump initially, because what you're going to notice is you kind of catch on the edge a little bit. You'll feel yourself catch, and you need to feel that catch before you jump, because that is the main reason that a lot of people mess up this trick, is that they jump before they feel the catch. And if you jump before you feel the catch, then you're not going to jump and you're going to fall back down to gold 1. So then the next time you do it, once you start getting the feel for that catch, that grip that you get on that little ledge popping out of the wall, then you can start jumping. And keep holding forward while you're doing this. So you go up in that corner and you jump and you keep holding forward and you're still looking directly in the corner. Once you get that timing down, then once you get in the corner, you feel the catch and you jump. Right before you jump, start holding backwards, and that will propel you backwards and you will jump, and then you will land on gold 2. And that is how you do gold 1 and gold 2. You run forward at a pretty hard angle towards the corner. Right as you feel yourself rising up on that little tiny ramp, you jump. Once you feel the catch, you pull back and you jump, and you should make it up. Now once you get that down, then you're going to want to start moving towards learning how to turn around during the gold 1, gold 2 jump. And it's a little bit harder and it takes some slightly different positioning, but once you get it down, you should be able to get it pretty consistently. So there's actually two ways to do this. You can either turn around like I do it before the second jump, or you can turn after the second jump and be turned around before you land on gold 2. And now I find it easier and a little bit better to turn before the second jump, but whatever works for you, you should do. So the way I do it is to turn around before the second jump, and what you're going to need to do for that is, instead of aiming exactly at the corner, I aim slightly to the left on that line that is parallel with the corner. There's a line that's about like 2 feet or something over, and I line my aimer up about with that. Then right as I'm jumping, I start to turn, and as I'm turning, I'm also rotating the left stick as well, so that way I'm still having my momentum get pushed towards the corner as I'm turning. because if you hold forward that entire time, you're not going to make it all the way up into the corner, and you're not going to catch on the lip. Now, if you prefer doing the other method where you turn after the jump, then do exactly what you have been doing, but then right after the jump, turn around, and then also you're going to need to probably make sure that you rotate the left stick as well to keep your momentum going in the correct direction so you make it up to gold too. Now, you can also do this on the other side of gold. No one really does it on the other side of gold. I think it's just because it feels more awkward and weird to people, and I tend to agree, it does feel a little weird and I'm not as good at it because I haven't done it as much, but it can totally be done on the other side of gold as well. So if it feels weird for you to go on the side that I've been showing you guys, then totally go on the other side and feel free to do that. So anyways, that is how to do Gold 1, Gold 2 on Guardian in Halo 3. It's not very hard once you get it down, but the main thing I would say to remember is just try to jump later than you might instinctually think you need to, because that was definitely the thing that was messing me up when I learned this about 5 years ago, and once I got that down, I got it way more consistently, and I could do it pretty easily. So anyways, that'll be it for this one. If you liked it, you can leave a like or a comment, or you could subscribe, because I post new Halo videos every day. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.